what's up YouTube? Mr. Schmella here once again with another video. And today we're back with the final Beast Wars figure I have left in my collection from when I was a kid. Of course, it has to be this guy, the Super Class Optimal Optimus, which under the Transmetal title, not the Transmetals 2. So yes, Beast Wars Transmetal Optimal Optimus. Probably my favorite figure as a kid. Never forgot about him. Sadly, I found out though that his lights no longer work before I started this look into him. But that's fine. We can still go for it. So of course he's huge. More mechanical than Beast. And for the most part he has he's actually changes into a plane, a vehicle, and of course his alt mode. So it has 4 different modes. Size-wise, in comparison, we could compare them. Move on like this. Here is Tarantulas, Super Class, Deluxe Class, and of course you can have Optimus on Megatron, but his Optimal Optimus with Megatron. 2 pretty good sized figures, of course, much bigger. And I guess you could say he's probably taller, but this guy is this guy's a beast. Beast Wars. Oh. But that is Optimal Optimus size comparison with the others. And let's get to take a closer look at this guy first. Now he is old, and you'll hear some of these pieces just creaking and making sounds, but this right here, clear missiles, because this would light up, and this actually, if you can see it, it's clear also his eyes, because the back of it has light piping right there. But sadly the lights no longer work. But the whole gimmick with it, he never had these, I think, in beast mode. Not that I remember these two. But he's pretty much already in alt mode, which is funny because he looked like this in the show. Actually, he never was in his primate mode neither, I think, for the most part. Just in his alt mode. You got the Maximal symbols on his shoulders. All this chrome. Surprised it stayed on there. Well, it's been chipping off here. I guess when I was a kid I was too rough with it. Excuse me. Might be a little dusty here and there, of course. These are pretty much going to be like jet propulsion for his flight mode, which he has. And in the show, I think he never really wore these too, or there would be some shows he would have them on, some he wouldn't. Very strange. So extra missiles, you could store them there. We're gonna take them off because they'll probably be popping off anyway. Where's that going? Right there. And it's still going. Okay. Okay, now, just to show you how this works, it's fully connected. Just pull on this back all the way. And that's how it shoots. So, let's keep them there. Get these missiles out the way. And let's get to transforming. Alright, so the first mode we're going to go into is his, I guess, transport mode. So from ape to vehicle, or ground mode, I guess, transport mode. It's very odd. Just pop this up. You're going to want to extend the feet or the legs. And what I've noticed actually before, the left leg stands slightly taller than this one, and I've seen it in other reviews too. I don't know why. It's just like that. I don't know. Unless there's an actual reason. Mine's broken or something, you know. And theirs were too. So, straight legs. Bring these down. Put these down. Feet all the way in. You want to peg this together. Like that. So this is the back of it. Now for the front, I'm gonna unattach these. There's pegs there. You don't want to confuse that with the actual screws. And lift this up, swing the tire out, push that in, and now you're gonna actually fold this out all the way, like that. So you see it's getting there. The arms, let's focus, yeah, let's move the arms, just rotate forward, because this peg will go into this hole right here, if you can see it. The hole right there, right there. And that'll peg into that. First, these arms straight ahead. Now you don't want to accidentally rotate this because then it will not work. So the tricky part is getting these to peg in. Rotate it up. Okay, so now that's similar issue. Don't forget the cockpit. So bring that forward, pull this out. You actually then rotate this. Actually, there you go. Make sure this part's not down like that. So spin this whole section around like that, and then swing this back. This goes, a lot of people put it down like that, but the instructions say to have them up here. Like that. So now just connect this to this. Like, let me open these fists. It usually helps when the fists are out like that. And it's already going back down. So let's do that. Where is it at? Oh my god, it's gonna be horrible. Alright, so here we have the transport mode. So all I had to do is struggle with this to get this connected like this. The direction, so these could be enclosed here, but that never works. So just have them out like that. Like that. So that is the transport mode or vehicle mode. And it squeaks and rolls. Rolls. It's like a little tank, I guess. Very odd for Beast Wars, right? You have a freaking vehicle in Beast Wars. So that is that mode. And then from there, we go to the flight mode, which is the same thing. Again, these are like thrusters. Bring these things out. Then for this, just pull it forward. Like that. I believe you could just put this all back in. Undo this, you could put this away. Unless, alright, so I didn't really look anything up, but the only thing I did was this section, the wheel, was within the chest cavity. So I had it basically like that, right? So all I did was split this. That's pretty loose. So split this, push this in, flip the wheels out, and split the wheel. So make it look like some kind of propulsion system. Flip that again. And that's that. Again, basically the same thing. Just has this now. What you could also do is, I'm not sure it's supposed to, but I don't know, it looks slightly better to me. Peg that, rotate this whole thing forward. And I'll clip down here now. So it's a difference, see? Longer or taller. So that's this side. Rotate it. Go in there. Readjust the arms. Like that. And it just looks longer. Back down. And yeah, I mean, just looks longer. And there's that thing. I don't know, it's ugly, it's odd. Not a big fan of it, never used it. But for the most important part, all you have to do is, actually, you wanna bring this up, rotate around, actually you wanna close this up too. You're gonna actually rotate the waist. Alright. So you're gonna be looking at it like that, right? So this now pegs there. And like that. Now this is going down like that. Swing the arms around. Swing the arms around. Swing this around. Swing this around. Redo the hands so they are proper. Like that. Move these wings so they fit better. And for the grand finale, bring out Optimal Optimus head right there. Again, I don't think these were ever out in the show, but this is how they have it here. It no longer lights up, but again, switch, boom, boom, bang. And that is Optimal Optimus. Maybe good stand. Yeah. Push him back. Bring his up. Pretty big dude. And what you could also do, another gimmick, these arms will blast out. So you hit the switch and it does this. All that. And the instructions actually tell you to put these onto here. So it'll actually go on. See if I don't struggle with this too much. Go there. There. Kind of like that. So you do it on both sides. The instructions tell you to do it like that. But your choice. You got it like that or like this. And I think he mainly had them without the shields, but without them being up top. It's been a while. Have it however you want it. But if we're gonna compare them to others, let's compare. All right, so let's compare them right quick to some other, or the previous 2 Beast Wars figures I've shown. We got Deluxe Tarantulas. I think that's pretty accurate. Optimal Optimus was a rather huge dude. And then of course, his rival, the leader of the Predacons. Actually, gonna move this more. There. That is size comparison. I think Megatron would have been slightly bigger in the show compared to him, but I think, yeah, definitely Optimus just swamped over everyone. And actually, before I forget, articulation. So his head goes nowhere, just forward, back. Pretty big head. That it actually comes off from how worn out it is, I guess. It's like a friction. Or maybe if it had a pin, then a lot. No, it's just friction. It's been worn down, so yeah, it's nothing much. Twist, twist, twist. Arms go all the way around. Has this thing. Alright. 90. Swivels all the way around. Hands open, closed, thumb. Wrist. Looks like it might. There you go. Up. Nothing. Back. Waist is there. And a ratchet. Of course, because of transformation, you have to twist it around. Legs forward. Takes back. This will hit. There on the knee joint. And then feet go up, feet go back. And that's pretty much it. It's a big figure. Again, strange that in the Beast Wars era they had vehicles in a way. Vehicles that shouldn't have existed, or yeah. Technically shouldn't have existed. Also, he friggin' his gun. He doesn't even have big missiles, he has a gun. This thing. So this is his gun, which can actually tab into his wrist right there on either side. All you have to do, open his hand, put it in, have it in, close hand. Okay, there we go. Now he's holding it. And that is Optimal Optimus. So, that's it. If you like what you saw, help me out by subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Click the bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.